instalment of education from Elgon Cosmetics. I'm Emily Schofield and I look after international education for Elgon. So this is the second part of our PRIMARIA training, and we are really going to take you into the second part of the range today. So that includes the anti-hair loss products and also the oily scalp products. So just to recap from what we learned a couple of weeks ago, PRIMARIA is a complete prescriptive program for all of your scalp issues. So we really do need to look after the scalp because healthy hair comes from a healthy scalp. So a recap on the key ingredients throughout the range, and these are in every single product in the range. So first key technology is your prebiotic. So your prebiotic is a plant-based good bacteria promoter. So there's not just badness in bacteria, we need good bacteria. So a prebiotic will help to promote a good environment for good bacteria. It's also going to shield against external aggressions such as pollutions. So when bad bacteria comes in from pollutions and things, it's going to help to prevent them and push them away from the scalp. The second thing what we have is your anti-pollution complex. So what this is it is plant fibers which repel the pollution. So pollution we talked about last time is not good for the hair or the scalp. So we need to ensure that our scalp is cleansed of any pollutants on it. And then a big one what we talked about is Redoxina 2.0. So what is this? This is your biotech hyaluronic acid and plant-based keratins. So it's going to impart the needed moisture and the needed proteins to the scalp, ensuring that we have a healthy hair and scalp which is revitalized and shiny, full of vitality. We also found out that we're fully dermatologically tested and vegan. So you have the utmost technology behind this which has been tested and proven, so that any scalp issues are going to be helped and solved with PRIMARIA's range. We still stand by our free froms, so we're free from silicons, sulfates, parabens and artificial colorants, so we don't have to worry about any nasties going onto the scalp and causing any impurities, what we don't want there. Okay, so without further ado, let's move on to today's products, what we're going to talk about. As you can see, we have the range behind me. And the first part we're going to talk about is anything to do with an oily scalp. So this part of the range is for anybody what suffers from maybe too much oil from the scalp and greasy hair really. Some people will suffer from hair getting too greasy quicker than what it should do. So they may be shampooing it and by the end of the day or the next day, they've got oil build up again. So what can cause this? What causes oily scalps and over excess sebum on the scalp? Many things can cause it. So we've talked a lot about what can cause irritants and negativities throughout the scalp, and it is very similar for an oily scalp as well. It could be a hormone imbalance or just hormonal time of the month and things. It could also be your work. So if you're working quite a dirty environment or there's a lot of dirt around causing that excess oil. Also diet. Diet is a big factor. If we eat a lot of maybe greasy foods, then this is going to reflect in the health of our scalp. External elements and environment can also cause it, or if you're in too much of a heated or air-conditioned environment, it's also going to affect the scalp and the oils on the scalp. Now we should have oils on the scalp because we need them. So we do need to have some natural oils coming through because that's a healthy scalp, but we need that balanced. So we don't want too many excess oils. So what do we have in this range? We have a key ingredient in this range, which is called kaolin white clay. Now, we think of clay, you think of like face masks and clay masks, it's going to absorb impurities. And that's really what this kaolin really does. It goes onto the scalp, detoxifies it, and literally exfoliates and unclogs any unwanted debris, so to speak, or oils what shouldn't be on the scalp. And it's almost removing them as it goes along. But this is in a non-harsh way. So one thing when it comes to oily scalps is you don't want to be too abrasive, because then you're stimulating the oil production. So you do need to be very gentle when using these products, not to overstimulate. So, first product we have in that range is a rebalancing treatment. So I'm just going to bring that close. So the rebalancing treatment is a pre-shampoo treatment. So this is something what you can put on the scalp, and it's going to use that white clay and really lift and remove impurities from the scalp. So that excess oil what you get, this will remove it. So within this, you have an extra ingredient as well as your white clay called burdock root. And what this acts as is an antibacterial. So if there is any bacteria there what shouldn't be there, it will help to remove that. So how do we use it? Well, just remove the little lid and you're left with your nozzle. Now you can apply this and then use a brush to rub it in if you want, or you can apply it and just smooth it through with your fingers. So we're going again with our orange segments. So through the scalp, you would take your sections in like triangles, literally squeezing it on the scalp. So you can see, if I pop it on my hand there, you can see the colour of it. It does represent the white clay. And then you can feel when you rub it into your hands. I always recommend you to do that with any product, because then you get a feel for how it acts, whether it be on the scalp or on the hair. So again, with the orange segments, we work through the head. Just put in dots of the product, because then we can blend it in with our fingers. So I'm only going to do this small section just to show you. Because once we've applied it all, you can then just gently, remember we don't want to be pressing when massaging, we don't want to overstimulate, but just making sure that we move it round as if we were shampooing almost, to distribute it. So we're distributing it throughout the rest of the scalp. And then you can see it's fully dispersed. What we do then is we leave it on 10 minutes. So we leave it on 10 minutes for it to do its job. So remember we said it is there to almost absorb and lift any excess impurities from the scalp. So very, very easy to use. So once we've done that and it's had its 10 minutes, we then can go on and rinse. So once we rinse the hair thoroughly and we've removed all the rebalancing treatment, we then would go on and shampoo. So we would shampoo with our rebalancing shampoo. So the rebalancing shampoo is a deep cleansing shampoo, what is not overly harsh. So a lot of deep cleansing shampoos can be too harsh and abrasive on the scalp, that they end up doing the opposite thing and drying the scalp out too much. This one's not overly abrasive, but will do its job. So afterwards you will feel a lot more purer. So your scalp will feel fully cleansed, pure and refreshed with a very clean effect. So you'll notice almost with this that your pores feel tightened almost. You'll smell like the bit of menthol what's in there, and that gives you that really refreshed feeling afterwards and that clean feeling. And I think anybody what suffers with oily scalp will give anything to feel that clean, fresh feeling on the scalp, as you would with anywhere. So remember that all these products are vegan and dermatologically tested, and these two are your products for oily scalp. So sebum cleansing to remove any impurities what have caused through oil. So then we move on to quite a big part of Primaria, and that is our anti-hair loss products. Now anti-hair loss is a problem what affects a lot of people, and it affects both men and women. So equally, we don't want to feel that we're getting thinner hair, and the feel of the hair thinning can almost have a negative impact and cause us more stress, and then we end up making it worse for ourselves. So it could be just an age thing, that the hair is naturally getting finer as we get older, or it could be caused from some medication or stress. Stress is a big factor when it comes to hair loss. Also, if the scalp's not healthy. So we need to ensure the healthy scalp, and we need to promote healthy hair growth. So what is hair growth? Well, our hair grows in different cycles. So we go through stages, what we call anagen, catagen and telogen stages when it comes to hair growth. So anagen is the stage where our hair will grow, and it can grow up to 7 years in this stage. And it's promoting and pushing through and producing hair. Then we come on to the catagen stage. So this is a bit of a transitional period where the hair decides what it's going to do next. When we move on to the telogen stage, that is when it comes to the resting part of the hair and the shredding. So this is where the hair naturally releases from the scalp and the follicle. So if this is happening too much, it can end up with hair loss or the feeling of thinner hair if we're not producing as much hair. Now, some of us worry that we're losing hair when we're not maybe losing as much hair as what we think. Naturally, we would lose up to 100 hairs a day. So don't think if you're getting like a lot of hair coming out, it's something drastic and you've got a problem. If it becomes that it's different to your normal shred, your normal loss of hair, then that's when you need to maybe take action and get the right product. So, what can we do to help this? Well, there is a breakthrough technology and ingredient called Redenzel. Now, Redenzel is there to promote healthy hair growth, and it is the leading ingredient what will help to promote the stem cells to produce the hair and also retain the hair from shredding. So it is proven that, and this is clinically proven, that in the anagen stage of the hair growth, this is increased by 5.2% with Redenzel ingredient. And then when it comes to the shredding stage, so the telogen stage, we've decreased this using Redenzel by 5.2%. So we're reducing the shredding and upping the growth. So from this, you're going to see healthier, thicker, fuller hair growth, which is great. So within these technologies, we also have to help and sustain other issues what might cause hair loss. So we also have ingredients in there like zinc. Now, zinc is good for promoting keratin synthesis. So what does that mean? So basically, when your hair initially grows, it's softer keratin near the root, and so it's not as strong. So it could, if it's not as strong, fall out and not continue to grow. So the zinc helps it to strengthen the keratin so that it's stronger and able to withstand more and grow longer. We also have green tea. So green tea extract, I mean, I love my green tea. We all know what green tea does for the body and how healthy it is for detoxing. But green tea on the scalp will help to stop any irritation. So sometimes we get a bit of inflammation, what can cause hair loss. So if the follicle swells or gets irritant, that can lead to some form of hair loss. So green tea is helping to stabilize any inflammation or inflammatory agents what are going to cause hair loss. Our final ingredient is larch extract. So this is a plant-based extract, and this stimulates the stem cell migration. So it helps to promote more hair from the follicle. So more stem cells to produce more hair, producing thicker, fuller hair. Now, for me, this is fantastic because I actually myself struggle with hair going thin. And so it is great to have something what really truly makes it thicker and feel fuller. and you actually can feel it in the root area when it's working. So it gives you a more positive mindset, and you can be more positive thinking about your own head of hair. So what products do we have within that range? So 2 products within this range. The first one being the shampoo. So we have a stimulating shampoo. So the stimulating shampoo is what we would use if we feel we're struggling with hair loss or for finer, weakened hair. It will help to make it fuller, stronger feeling. So I shall show you this nice clear shampoo. So nice light shampoo, what really envelops the scalp and starts to do the job. So starts to promote and clean up, deflammatize and promote stem cells and new hair growth. Working towards and supporting our next treatment. So the next treatment is your stimulating hair loss treatment, and that comes in a box of files. So as you can see, it comes in a box with little files in what we can utilize on the scalp. Now, you'll get one applicator. So I'm going to take this off to show you. You get your files and you get one of these. So when you've used the first one, don't throw this away because you need it for the rest of them. So what is our anti-loss stimulating hair treatment? Well, this is the big boy to really help to promote non-hair loss. So it's a treatment what we would leave in on the scalp, and we can do an intense treatment to start with where we use it every day. So we use one file or one little bottle every day for 1 month, really to kick start and change the format of our growth pattern. After that, we can maintain that for 1 to 2 months using just one file once a week. So once a week we can use it as maintenance once we've got the hair growth and the cycle doing as it should. So this, along with the shampoo, is going to promote and encourage the quality of your hair growth. So it's okay to get it to grow more or to promote the hair growth, but it's the quality of the growth what we need as well. So we've mentioned your Redenzil, which is in here, the zinc, the green tea and the larch extract, but also in here we are incorporating the cysteine. So we incorporate cysteines in the hair proteins. So really getting in there and strengthening the hair, what's coming through, what's come out of the follicle and is ready to start its growth process. Also, as we mentioned, it's going to stop any irritating factors which can be related to hair loss. So a lot of people what suffer from hair loss will have sensitized scalp as well. So it's going to help with that and really calm the scalp and promote a healthy environment for when it's boosting the growth cycle. So using these together, you're going to end up with 5.2% more hair growth and 5.2% less shredding. So really you're going to notice a difference. Probably within 6 to 12 weeks you'll start noticing a difference in your hair. I, for one, when I first start using this, I noticed that the actual strength near the scalp feels a lot better, and then in a couple of weeks you start to notice stronger hair. So a real good one here. And as we said, it's a leave-in product. So we're bringing our trusty model back, and I'm going to show you how to use it. I'll show you on the doll's head, but I'll also show you on my hand as well. So it's really easy to use because you can tip it upside down and nothing drips out. When you put it on the scalp, and really focus on areas where you're feeling it's become thin. I mean, myself, it's always around the front hairline and the crown. I start to feel it worse. So you can use it in droplets. So you tip it and then just squeeze this little pipette on the end, and just, you'll feel the droplets when you're applying it, and they'll run down your scalp. So if you're applying it here, it will run down, so you'll feel it. And then just massage it into your scalp to ensure that it's covering the entire area or the area where you want it to. Massage is always good for hair loss because it helps to stimulate the blood supply as well. So it gets the natural abilities going. So I'll show you on the back of my hand. When you squeeze it, it just comes out very liquidy and you can just rub it in. So it's very fluid, which means it disperses onto the scalp very well. Now, as we've mentioned, all these products are unisex products because men and women both suffer from the adverse effects of certain things what affect the scalp and maybe cause different irritations and negativities on the scalp. So what can we do to offer them solutions? Now, this is a in-salon prescriptive range and a home care range in one. So what I'm going to talk about now is the options you've got within the salon to promote scalp treatments. So we may have menus already for the lengths and treatments on the lengths, whether it be strengthening treatments or moisturising treatments or shine treatments, as we do have our infusions, which are brilliant. But this, we can do a specific menu for the scalp. So the first in-salon ritual we can do and offer is a detox one. So remember last week we talked about the derma peel. So this would be an in-salon treatment of derma peel followed by your Bio Daily shampoo. So within the salon we would call it a detox, and they can come in once a month maybe for this. And it's maybe for somebody what doesn't specifically have a specific problem with the scalp, but they want to promote a healthy scalp. So we need to detox from the pollutants and everything what we're up against in this day and age, really. So this can be promoted to anybody who just wants a clean, fresh base for their hair to grow. So that's your detox ritual. When they've had this, the recommended one, if somebody has a busy lifestyle, washing their hair every day, is the home care would be the Bio Daily shampoo for that kind of client, and then the conditioner what's right for the lengths from the range in the care range. If they don't necessarily wash their hair every day, but they want this scalp detox once a month, then they can have this within the salon, and then the home care would be, again, what is right for their hair type. So don't think that you have to stick to the same range. Everybody's different, so you bespoke it to that client's needs. So detox is your first ritual. Our second ritual is the anti-hair loss. So our anti-hair loss ritual within the salon We'll start with the derma peel. So we'll start with the derma peel so that we're cleansing away any impurities, so that we've got a nice basis to start the anti-hair loss treatment on. So we do the derma peel within the salon. So we remember that's a 5-minute treatment, what we'd apply to the hair. This is the one we've just used in the detox. We apply it to the scalp and leave it 5 minutes to really detox and remove any impurities. Then we would follow that with our anti-hair loss shampoo. So we would follow it with the stimulating shampoo. After that, we go on to the stimulating hair loss treatment, which we've just mentioned, and we leave that in for the client. Now, in between that, if the client needs a conditioner after the shampoo, we can go to the one what's right for their hair from the care range. So we can do a treatment or a condition with the right conditioner for them prior to leaving in the stimulating hair loss treatment. Just knocking a box over here. So home care for that client, your stimulating shampoo. So they would need the stimulating shampoo, the conditioner what's right for their hair from the other care range, and then the leave-in anti-hair loss stimulating treatment. So 3 products they would need for home care. Then we have stop dandruff. So stop dandruff ritual, anti-dandruff ritual. We come to our rebalancing. So rebalancing treatment is the first thing we do in the salon. So we've talked about this today. It removes impurities. So it really goes on and lifts up any excess oils, debris, skin, anything what shouldn't be there, it is going to remove. 10-minute treatment on the scalp in the salon. Followed by our purifying shampoo. So remember, our purifying shampoo is for anybody what suffers from dandruff, to really remove any dead skin cells and then promote the aloic acid producing the reaction, what causes the dandruff. So we do the pre-treatment, then we do the shampoo, conditioner what's right for the client's hair, and then we do the leave-in product for the purifying. So purifying treatment, which is leaving in to prevent that dandruff coming back and dandruff forming. So 3 products plus a conditioner we'd use in salon. The home care for the anti-dandruff client is the purifying shampoo and leave-in treatment, leave-in scalp treatment, and whichever conditioner is right for that client. So then the final ritual what we can promote within the salon is the controlled pureness. So controlled pureness is all about cleaning away any excess sebum. So any excess oils what may occur on the scalp and shouldn't be there. So again, we start with the rebalancing treatment. So the 10-minute treatment on the scalp to purify and lift off, using the white clay, lift off all them dead oil cells, what shouldn't be there. Any impurities are going to be removed. We follow that with our rebalancing shampoo. So the rebalancing shampoo is going to cleanse away without over harshly cleansing, remember. So don't think of a oil removing shampoo to be harsh like some used to be in the past. It's going to gently remove the oils, so not abrasive at all. And then would be your 2 products for the controlled pureness. Home care for that range would be the rebalancing shampoo. Rebalancing shampoo, and then whichever conditioner is right for their hair type, whether it be a leave-in conditioner, something lighter, or a rinse-out conditioner or mask. So 4 options you've got there of salon rituals. 1 to detox, 1 to remove dandruff, 1 to remove excess sebum, and 1 for hair loss. So a complete prescriptive range. and fantastic technology behind it for you to shout about to your clients and really get them having the healthiest scalp, which means then the healthiest hair possible. Now, if you've got any questions regarding Primaria, please drop them in the comments below. If you did miss the first part of this training, it is still available on Elgon Connect page on YouTube, so you can go back and rewatch that if you've missed the first part. As I said, any questions, drop them in the comments box and we will reply to them as and when they come in. But for me, thank you very much for your time, and I hope you'll enjoy using and getting to know Primaria a bit more. Okay, thanks guys, take care and stay safe. Bye.